Hello friends and welcome to Chatterfax Games. Tonight I'm playing Memoriapolis, and Memoriapolis is this exciting new city builder. It's finally in full release. It's been in early access for what seems like ages. I've seen other people online play it in early access. I did not play it in early access, so this will be my first time playing the game in the full release. I have played through the tutorial, and I've also had a couple of false starts trying to record this game due to technical issues, and due to the steep learning curve in this game, I've had to throw out those previous attempts. So hopefully this one goes better. Memoriapolis is a city builder, but it has a complex research and upgrade system, and it has a complex politics system where you have to manage the politics between different factions, and you have to take your city from the Antiquities Age all the way into the Industrial Revolution. So as history advances and technology advances, you have to deal with the challenges that come with that. So let's begin. Going in classic mode and classic map. So you can select a destiny on this screen, which will kind of give you an advantage with one of the faction types. I'm going to go with craftsmen because they start with 25% extra natural resources, and that seems like an advantage in the early days. And the one you select also gets an extra cultural character at the beginning, and along the bottom here are different things that you can unlock as you go along, I assume, as the factions gain more power. So let's go ahead and do that. This is where you can design a coat of arms. I'm not going to worry about that. And also name your city. And your last name and first name. So for first name, I'll do Shadow to reference my previous channel. Channel name, same channel, different name. So Shadow Chatterfax. All right, let's get started. Some people have compared this to Civilization if it was a city builder, and I can see the similarities. So you can see there's actually quite a lot of space on this map, but the city expands fairly rapidly. There's different starting sites marked, but really you can start anywhere. These are just suggested starting locations. I'm going to start at the riverside. So the first thing you need to do is plop down family heritage site, which is basically your city center, so your whole city will grow around it. And I want it kind of snuggled in between these mountains, which I can use for stone, and these forests, which I can use for wood, and that also gives me space to build some farms. So right here seems pretty good. Alright, the first family heritage of your reign has been completed. It marks the beginning of the first era, Antiquity. Each age will come to an end when your city center has reached its fifth evolution, or when the available cycles have expired. Time is running out, and there's still a long way to go to complete the Age of Enlightenment. 9,600 cycles separate you from your final construction. Your objective? To reach level 5 in each family heritage. Along the way, great challenges await you. Whether it's your own rebellious citizens, political groups threatening to close down their districts, or your own over-hasty decisions, the loss of power is never far away. The Esplanada will always be at your side to give you the best possible advice, acting in turn as judge and executioner. Do you feel ready to face the future? I do. Alright, so starting off here, this is the cycle count. So I'm on the very beginning cycle, haven't done one cycle yet. There's 1,200. At the end of 1,200 cycles, the Antiquity Age ends, so hopefully I'll have upgraded this 5 times by then, or to level 5 I should say, so upgraded it 4 times. To upgrade it first, I'm going to need wood and stone, 112 wood, 150 stone, and 100 gold. At the top right, I have my starting resources, but more resources will be unlocked as time goes on. So I've got food, which you gain from farming, wood, which you get from trees, of course, and rocks, which tend to be around mountainous areas. So I'm actually going to go ahead and start off by building a farm. So I want to go into my production buildings and build a small farm. Now, one key thing is that you have to build within this radius around your city, which is its security zone. You can't build outside of that, but you can build proximity buildings, these surveyors' cabins, to expand that, and also upgrading it will upgrade its radius. But at the start, I'm just going to set a farm out in this direction. Going to build that. So that'll take 10 cycles to build. So this game is sort of a mix between real-time and turn-based. It's turn-based in that things only happen per cycle and time only advances in cycles. But you can just let time flow and it'll move from cycle to cycle to cycle. So it's not really real-time, but it's has enough cycles that it can feel like real-time as things build out. So the next thing I want is a cut-in camp. And I want to put my cut-in camp in a forest here. And you can see as I try to place it, it's telling me how much wood I'm going to get out of it. So like 4,100, that's about, 40, can't quite get to the 4,200, so I'll just build out there. So that's the start. The next thing I want is a quarry. But right away, I can't build it because, according to this, I need 8 workers, and I've only got 6. So, in the meantime, while those are building, I'm actually going to build a surveyor's cabin out this way. So the surveyor's cabin can expend your buildable radius. The one thing to worry about, though, is that they need to touch the already existing security radius. And the other thing to worry about is you've got the limited numbers of them. Now, the limited number does increase as you upgrade your city center. So when I upgrade it, I'll have more available, but to start with, I'll only have 2. And I actually already know where I want to put them. But I'm going to throw one down here. And those red circles are where the roads are going to build to. It's not a big deal because you can build over roads. But I'm just going to throw a surveyor's cabin out here. And that will let me build my quarries in this area because I believe my stone is going to mainly come from this mountain. And I want them a little away from the city center so the city center can develop living space around it. So if I go to this filter, I can show the attraction level. So the attraction level is where people are going to move in, and they'll build out those houses and districts on their own automatically. This farm, once it's complete, will build out fields around it to start collecting food. So let's go. So right there, there's a district building in. Another one. And once these districts build in, people will start moving in and they'll get more workers. Alright, I have enough workers to build a quarry. So my quarry, I want to build somewhere around here where I have access to a decent amount of stone. Quarries can also get you sand and clay. I'm going to build it there where I have access to 7,000 stone. But I don't have access to sand and clay right away. So when you build it, you can select what you want it to collect, but you can also change it as you go, depending on what's available. So at the start, I can only collect stone, so I'll build that. So that'll complete in 10 cycles. Once I have enough people, I want to build another small farm. That's going to cost me 6 workers. Not a small farm, cut-in camp, which costs 8 workers. So you can see this farm is starting to generate fields around it. And these fields are actually going to be taken from my workers' supply. So That's okay though. I'll gain workers faster than this can take them. So I'd like 2 cut-in camps and 2 quarries to begin with, so that way I can have plenty of wood, plenty of stone. Alright, so I'll start cutting here, and I'll start cutting this forest. My other quarry I want to build over here, so I'll need to build a proximity building. I need 1 more worker. Yep, so I'll build a surveyor's cabin out this direction. If I turn it, I can connect it to the main road over there to give me access to build a stone quarry over this way. So these are kind of where I do want my two proximity buildings to begin with. And that'll let me extend further this way to get wood as time goes on. So now I need 8 workers so I can build a quarry. In the meantime, I'm just hoping to collect enough stone and wood. So I'm going to pull up 2 menus here. One is the Esplanada. So this is kind of tracking my progression. So you can see my resource bar is starting to fill out as I've collected resources. I want it to hit here before my turn counter hits there, and same for all of these. So I want enough resources collected. I want my population to be satisfied. To even get on the board for that, I need to get to level 2 in my town center, in my villa. Faction power, so I need some factions in because I want 5 faction power. And building points, I'll get those from building cultural buildings and service buildings and wonders. I get points from building those, more points for building more advanced buildings. So I want three cultural buildings. I need faction power to 5 total faction power. So I need factions that have a combined total of 5 power. I need a population of 250 that are all satisfied, so probably more because some of them won't be satisfied. And I need 3,500 resource points, and resource points are just based on the amount and type of resources you have. So we'll get there pretty easily. I'm just waiting for 8 workers so I can build another quarry. Perfect. So if I build a quarry in here somewhere, I can get a decent amount of starting stone. And when I upgrade these, they'll also extend their radius so they can collect even more stone. So I'm nearly ready to upgrade this. I just need 150 stone, so I'm there for wood. I just need 150 stone to upgrade my city center. Districts are filling in. My population is growing. I'm getting more workers. My farms are being built out. Yep. So food, it shows I'm not making food. That's because I have more food than I can store. That's all right. So we've got plenty of food for now. Looks like perfect. I can upgrade my villa. So I'll just improve that. That'll take 2 turns. And once that's upgraded, I'll have access to a lot more buildings, including cultural buildings, and including upgrading my basic camp so I can collect resources faster. All right, so Family Heritage 2. I now have access to the Architectural Office, and I have access to the Ceramic Workshop, Arena, Aesculapium, Agoge Center, Via Edificium, and Forum. So these are cultural buildings. These are the first level of cultural buildings. I also have access to the decoration buildings, statues of the founders, and now I can see my citizens' satisfactions over here, which are health, safety, belonging, esteem, and creativity. So I'll want to keep these satisfied, and as more population comes in, they'll drop, and I'll need to build buildings to stay on top of that. I've got a lot to accomplish now. So the first thing I want to go into here is go into my building tree. This is where I unlock new buildings, and you unlock them by spending blueprints. I've got 2,500 starting blueprints, so the first thing I want to unlock is an architectural office to create more blueprints. So it costs 0 blueprints to unlock it, so you can't be locked out if you spent all your blueprints already, which is good. Then I'm going to go ahead and unlock my first cultural building for 500, and it's going to be a ceramic workshop. Ceramic workshop will provide me with health satisfaction, and I can just go through these: safety, belonging, creativity, more health, and esteem. So this one kind of overlaps with this one, but that's okay. So I'm going to unlock the ceramic workshop because I kind of have an advantage favored towards this culture, the production culture. So the different cultures are production, military, religion, philosophy, trading, and politics. And I actually have service buildings aligned with those cultures, but I need factions to become powerful enough to unlock these. So the ones I kind of want to focus on are these 4. So the Senatists, that will allow me to do, once I can build a Senate, I can start managing politics and instituting policies. The Hororium, once that's unlocked, I can manage my supply chain better and store extra. The Macellum is a marketplace, so I can trade with other countries and get more passive gold income. And the military boosts my safety and allows me to. The Minumentum will allow me to build walls around my city, basically, and expand those walls. So I can't unlock these, though, until I get their respective factions to power. So I want to start with the ceramic workshop, like I said. So I'm just going to buy that for 500 blueprints. And I've unlocked my building. I can check my Esplanada, so my population is satisfied, and that's about to hit. My resource points are doing okay. They'll be speeding up as I upgrade my camps. So that's the other thing. I want to unlock the second level of my basic resources. Cutting camp, my small quarry, and my farm. And it's going to be a while before I upgrade my farm, but I'll just have that ready to go. So I can also upgrade my proximity building. I'm going to wait on that, but that will basically let me upgrade my surveyor's cabins to extend their radius, which can be useful. I'm not too worried about that right now. And then there's wonders, but you need to get to, I think, not enough blueprints, but they're also locked with this red icon. So there's, I think you need to increase the power of the respective factions to build those. So I've unlocked what I want to unlock. So first things first, the most important thing is the architectural office, so I can start generating blueprints right away. It does create attraction, so it will cause the city to build out this direction. So if I do something like this, So my architectural office will build out right away, and once that's done building, well, I'll go ahead and go in and unlock level 2 as well. So I can right away get it producing even more blueprints. Now, upgrading my city center to level 2 also gave me access to clay and sand. So I want to build additional quarries to collect clay and sand, and I want to upgrade my base quarries to collect more. So I need 12 workers to upgrade that. Alright, so to upgrade this to level 2, I will need 30 workers, and I'll need more wood and stone. So, I would like to upgrade this. So that'll upgrade in 6 cycles. I would like to improve this one. I would like to improve my cut-in camp. I need 12 workers. So right away, I'm increasing my camps, so I'm collecting resources at a faster rate, as well as extending their radius so they can access more resources. You can see districts are building in around this architectural office right away. Alright, so my ceramic workshop, I need stone, wood, and I need sand. So, time to worry about the small quarry. So I want quarries set to collect clay and sand. So that is a lot of clay there. And I can scroll up over my resources to see where my deposits are. So there's clay here, as well as all along here. Yeah, I think this is probably my best clay. So I'm going to set it to clay. And I want to also build one set to sand. And then I want to collect enough workers to upgrade my architectural office. So I want one with a decent amount of sand. This seems to be a pretty good spot. Oh. Collect sand. So those are the quarries I want to start with, so I'll start collecting sand right away. I think I am ready to improve this camp. Oh, 12 workers. Alright, so I think, yeah, the very next thing I'm doing is upgrading the architectural office. So let's get our workers up. So I just need more people to move in. I need to keep an eye on how much food I'm generating. So I'm generating 48 per cycle, consuming 16. So clearly I have plenty of food. Alright, I decided I'm improving this, and then I'm doing the architectural office, then some cultural buildings. Alright, so you can see as my population is growing, my satisfactions are going down. My cultural buildings will start to boost satisfactions. I nearly have enough workers. And we're already ready to improve the villa. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, and I'm going to improve my architectural office. And then I want to be able to build me my ceramic workshop, for which I need 17 workers. So now I can have a stonemason and a carpenter, and my stonemasons and carpenters can take wood and stone and turn them into beams and cut stone. And I also have a new decoration building. Alright, so ceramic workshop. I kind of had the idea I'd squeeze it in here somewhere. And you can build over roads, but not over districts or existing buildings. So I'm going to build this in here. So build my ceramic workshop. So as I build that, I can set what I want it to increase. So it's increasing health by default, but I can choose another one for it to increase. And I think I'm going to choose creativity. So now that that's done, I'm going to come in here. And I'm going to unlock another cultural building. I want the arena. I want that one for sure, because I want safety. How am I doing on my Esplanada? So I'm getting there with population. I'm getting there with resource. I'm definitely ahead of the game on resource. Faction power, I need a faction to move in. I just need to build 3 cultural buildings, and each one will fill this out a third. And do I have enough? I need 150 wood. And I need 17 workers. Okay, so right away, I can grab this. Heliotes is at the gate of your city. The Heliotes are free citizens. They have no leader, but Theron represents them regularly. These workers are renowned for their expertise in agricultural and food production. They used to be able to feed Spartan armies entirely, so there's no doubt they'll be able to feed our population just as well. So this is a faction. I can accept them into the city. They'll start producing gold coins by taxing the citizens in their area, and I'll need to keep their trust level high. They also give me cultural characters which I can use to take actions. So I just need 17 workers to build my arena. So down here are notifications, which I always forget to look at. So I found a ruin. So I can dismantle the ruin for resources, or I can repair it for building benefits. I might repair this. So I'll just go later on. And then I also have a carnival going on in some of my districts, just because they're happy with me. I'm glad they're happy with me. 17 workers, so I'm going to build my arena. I'm kind of thinking this area down here is good for military. I can get that influencing 4 different districts. I'll build it. So that's going to boost my safety, and my creativity is doing okay, so I'm going to boost esteem. Okay, then I want more workers so I can upgrade some more camps, some more quarries, so I can upgrade these quarries. I also then want to get my carpenters and my stonemasons in. Improve that camp. for my next villa improvement, I need 300 gold, which is going to take me a bit. I also need beams and stone. So I should get my third cultural building in before too long, so I can meet my expectations. I'm going to get the forum in. Alright, I want to improve this. And then I want to build the forum if I can. I need 21 people to build the forum. It's a bit pricey, but that's okay. These cultural buildings also increase attraction, so they'll cause districts to build around them, and they'll also add that culture to their surrounding districts, which is a good thing, because that attracts the factions in. So I'm going to build this. So they're boosting esteem, so I want to boost belonging, which is my lowest, and hopefully that will be done pretty quick. Alright, I'm going to go in here. Well, first let's check this. So once that forum is built, that'll be boosted. My factions need to gain power. My population is nearly satisfied. It should be satisfied once that third cultural building builds. So I've got one faction right now. So I can kick them out, but right now I've got 35 trust. There's things I can do. I'm earning 0.14 gold from them every 5 cycles, so nearly nothing, but they'll grow. And I want their power to increase so I can unlock these new cultural buildings along their tree. So these are all my quarries are level 2. So I want to unlock my new production buildings. So I want to unlock the stonemason. And I want to unlock the carpentry building. And I want to unlock my trader's cultural building. Right, and I just want to see what's going on here, so nothing to worry about yet. So production. I want carpentry and stonemason. I need workers for that. So these will start turning wood and stone into... they'll start turning wood into beams and stone into cut stone. I'm also thinking, well, I'll let my city grow some more, but I'm thinking it may be time to add a third. So that cultural building just built, so I'm there on everything except faction power, so I just need my factions to grow / add a new faction to the city. So cultural building, I want 15 workers to build this one. And I'll probably build it down here if it'll fit, or if a district hasn't built in there yet. Or I could potentially even build it out this way. Alright, so more ruins discovered. So for this one, I actually need bricks to repair it. So, yep, there's a new ruin. It's okay, it looks like the carnivals are over. Alright, so I want to build in an area where I can get some trade districts going on, so... Yeah, or... Yeah, this will get me 4 trade districts, so that's... will it fit, though? Yes. Managed to squeeze it in. Alright, so they're adding health. So it looks like I want to add either esteem or creativity. So how am I doing? I'm about 27 cycles away from needing to meet this, so I need my faction power to bridge that gap, hopefully soon. I should hopefully have a new faction moving in soon, or a faction growing. I do have my carpentry in, so I need my stonemason. And I like kind of putting them in here next to the woodcutter, the cutting camps, and the quarries. Alright, this is warning me I've got 20 cycles till the Esplanada visits, and if I don't hit those goals, I don't get the rewards they offer. So, cultural buildings. So I can, one has grown enough, one of my factions has grown enough, I can unlock the second level cultural building. Hopefully, I should be able to build it pretty quick. I just need 20 workers. Alright, yes, this is another faction. Hoplites is at the gates of your city. The Hoplites, driven by Andreas's ambitions, are a formidable military faction, characterized by their heavy armor and long spears. In their homelands, they are feared for their discipline and flanks formation, which creates an imposing force on the battlefield. I will accept them in, and I believe that should fulfill my faction power goal, because they have 1 power as well. So if I go over to my factions, they're at 5, are they? I'm not sure exactly. I can see the bar. They've unlocked this, so they... Oh, yep. Current faction power 5 and 0. So I guess they don't have power quite yet. But I've achieved my goals, and that's the important thing. So I did unlock the second level production culture building. It's going to take me 20 people to build that. I should also look at unlocking the Agoge Center and getting those in. So if I build it over here, I've got some districts. If I can slide it in here. Yeah. It's a little up against the production faction, but that's okay. Alright, so that's boosting creativity. I want to boost belonging again, to keep my satisfaction growing. And then I need 20 workers. I keep saying that. Just checking out. I'm producing 48. I'm using 39. So I think it's time to upgrade this. Yeah, so I'll upgrade this before I build my next cultural building. Nearly there. Alright, so I'm upgrading my farm to level 2, which will build some more fields out, and it will also allow the fields to produce more. Alright, I've got some things going on here. I already knew that. Food stocks are low, shouldn't be for much longer, because I'm now producing 96 every cycle, and that's only going to grow. And I'm nearly there, so 1 more worker. Perfect. So I'm going to keep expanding my production factions in this direction. There's a ruin here, so that's going to make things a little trickier. So that's going to boost health. I think, yeah, belonging still. All right. Did I build my Agoge Center? I believe, yes, I did. All right, so I've got one more cultural building to get into, which is the religion, the Esculapium. So if I build my religious building, I need 150 wood. I think actually what it's time to do is build a proximity building. I can have 6 of these surveyors' camps now. I'm going to build it out this way and build a cutter's camp out here to collect wood. So somewhere out here. So I can get more wood going. So somewhere in here, yeah, I can get 6,000 wood. All right. And I'll want to upgrade that as well. I have a decoration which it reduces the risk of incidents. I can't, I'll hold off on that. So it looks like, yep, I'm unlocking more buildings. So it looks like I've unlocked my first service building. I want to repair this now. I just need 20 employees. Yeah, so I'll let that grow. And once my 20 employees hit. So just so I don't forget, checking in on this. We're doing fine. Faction power is a little slow, but everything else is growing in line with what I need. All right, I'm going to improve this. Need more workers. What's this? Assault. Something has happened in the city. An assault, destabilization. The Hoplites faction holds you responsible for this disorder and loses 7 power. Okay. Well, that's no good. Let's improve that camp. And then how many do I need? I need 20 to repair that. And I haven't built the Esculapium yet. So this is level 2. I did remember to upgrade my architecture office. Pretty soon I'm going to start running into blueprints as a block for what I can upgrade. As I research more and more things. Just checking. Faction power is low. So I need to, well, okay, what's going on here? Plebeians. The plebeians of Rome left their native city, following in the footsteps of Quintus. Yes, I'll accept them, so that's a third faction. I have 20 people, so I'm going to repair this. And we'll find out what this is pretty soon. It's another production building, Krasukian. That's okay. So I have a duplicate of that now. What do I need to build my Escapelium? I need 19 workers. So also workers are quite a bottleneck. More ruins discovered. Later on. So there's another one. So these can be repaired into cultural buildings. This one could be repaired, I just need workers. Alright, I can build my religious building in here. Can I rotate it and get kind of all three of these districts in? Yep. Something like that. So that's going to boost belonging, and clearly safety needs a boost. I could build a second arena to keep building safety, so I've got another carnival going on. Looking at what's next, I could go to my third level for production, but I think I want to do my service building. So I'm going to unlock the Hororium. And this service building will unlock new gameplay elements. They'll basically let me, this will let me store more resources, and it will let me kind of review my whole production chain as from the top down. This is level 2. No, not the surveyor's cabin. The woodcutter's camp is level 2, right? Yep, I did upgrade that. All right. So as far as this goes, I've got everything except the gold, so I just need to collect more gold. More factions will help with more gold. All right, I'm going to build my Hororium in. It's kind of a big one to squeeze in. So it looks like, yeah, right there. I can barely squeeze it in. All right, so it's boosting health. Let's boost safety again. And esteem. So how's my Esplanade coming along? My faction powers is growing. It's nearly caught up with the turn counter. The rest are on track, so nothing to worry about. The Hororium will let me collect more resources, so that will definitely be helpful. Can also see here, so I've only got 1,900 wood left at this camp to collect. Yep. My carnivals keep moving through the city. I'm okay with that. What's this? The Heliotes. New cultural building. So now I have the reserve because I built that. So this, I can see like every building that's producing resources, how much they're producing. I can see where all my resources are at, what I'm collecting. So this kind of gives me an overview, and like I said, it actually lets me store more resources overall, so that's all good. Just to see how things are going, I'm going to jump in here. I can't unlock any other service buildings, cultural buildings. So basically, I could max out my production culture. I'm hoping to get some more buildings unlocked for my other factions as well. I've built buildings for all of them. I can build duplicates to keep boosting those cultures as well. Yeah. Should I go ahead and unlock that? Production-wise, I'm going to upgrade my stonemasons and carpenters so I can upgrade those buildings to level 2. So I'll do that first. Keep those building. We'll just see how things play out. I can repair, I just need 22. So I'll let me grow to 22 workers and I'll repair this and see what it is. It does cost me blueprints to repair these. How am I doing on my Esplanada? Faction power is the only thing holding me back. So I have 3 factions. I'm just kind of looking for something from my other factions. My military faction lost a lot of power after that one assault. What's going on? Looks like there's another assault. An assault has taken place in a small part of town. Fortunately, no faction placed into this town, but the satisfactions have all dropped by 2 points. Okay, yep. I'm going to go ahead and... Well, I'm going to repair this first. I might build a second arena. So, hang on. Oh, it's another tempolium. Okay. So that's going to boost my belonging. Let's boost safety. Actually, it's not another tempolium. It's, so if I go into my tree, I actually haven't unlocked that yet. So it's one I got before I could actually have the blueprint for it. But it's another religious faction building. So I'm happy to get that ahead of time. Another faction, yes. Merchants of the Port of Tyre is at the gates of your city. I will definitely accept another faction in. So that just leaves me with the philosophical and the religious factions. Yep, so another faction will help grow my faction power. So I've hit every other one at this point. So I'm just waiting for enough gold to upgrade my city center. I've got everything else I need ticking along just fine. I might see what this is. Oh no, I need higher level resources to repair that one. So I think what I'm going to do is in my building tree. Oh, I can build another Presidium, or I can build another military building. But my military faction has grown in power, so that is actually what I'm going to do. I was actually going to unlock the Agalma workshop, but I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to do military, and I'll build that over here near the arena. Where is it? Presidium. Ooh, it's a big one. So, food-wise, I'm producing 132, consuming 61, so no concerns there for food. I've got plenty of food for a good long while. I'm nearly there with my gold coins. I just need 30 more. My blueprints, I'm running a little low on blueprints, and that's what you always worry about. But repairing these ruins created attraction out here, so now there's districts out here. I'm going to improve... Oh, I haven't researched the improvements for these yet. That's okay. My satisfactions are all doing pretty well, except for esteem and creativity. And I can't repair those ruins yet. Oh, hey, so my military faction wants to expand their territory to a new district. I will absolutely allow them to do that. That will give them more power. So that lets me get the military service building. And I've got new cultural buildings. Alright, so, time to think about some blueprints. How much is this one? This one. So I'm going to get my service building in. Is there... I might... Yeah, I might build it in here. Let some stuff develop this way. This is affecting 2 districts placed here. Alright, so that's going to increase my safety. I definitely need to increase in esteem and creativity. Alright. I've hit all my goals for level 2, which is coming up on cycle 600. So I can keep pushing to get to level 3. All right, I can improve my villa, and this will let me start making. Improving this will let me start making bricks and tiles from sand and clay, so I might actually want to put in some more quarries for sand and clay. In fact, yes, let's do that. Actually, I think we're doing fine, because I'm bringing in 5 per cycle, and the higher level buildings only produce every 5 cycles. Okay, so now I have the brickwork, tillery, and the placia. Alright, so I have the Minimentum, which will actually allow me to build walls if I would like. I'm going to hold off on that just yet. Walls are expensive. But cultural buildings, I want more cultural buildings. So those are level 3. I want to build my level 2 political cultural building. Oh, I need blueprints for that. But then I should get a bricks and tiles going on, so I'll build them over here as well. How are we doing here? We're fine. We're getting low. I'll need to move these cutting camps soon. Production, well, yep, so I need to unlock these. Fortunately, they're fairly cheap. I'm going to build them around here. What did I build here? A tilery, so I'll do my brickwork. Something like this to slot it. Well, it doesn't quite slot in like I wanted, but still okay. How is this cutting camp doing? Still 1,000 wood, so I mean, I've got a little bit left on those before I need to rebuild those. Alright, so upcoming visits, and the Senatus is now available. Yep. Cultural building, did I unlock my second? No, I didn't have enough blueprints. Blueprints are the problem. So how many blueprints do I need for the Senatus? 750, so that's my next one. I want to build a Senate, and that... Alright. So we have our first historical event. This is the Threat of Macedonia 1. An emissary brings you a letter from the King of Macedonia, who wishes to conquer territory in order to gain access to the Aegean Sea. He plans to lay siege to Amphipolis and the neighboring Greek cities and sees you as a key ally. You have the necessary soldiers, and the Greek cities have coveted resources, but weakening these cities in order to exploit them could be harmful in the long term. You could also seek political and religious support to moderate the king's ambitions. The choice is yours and will shape the future. Live up to your convictions. So if I reinforce, I'll have -3 safety for 50 cycles. Seeking help, -10 gold coins for 50 cycles, but it would help me develop religious infrastructure. Defend. -20 food. We are doing great on food, and I'll defend the cities against the aggressor, and this will help me boost education. Alright, what's going on here? Followers of the Gates of Isis. So this is a religious faction, I believe. Amenhotep has crossed many landscapes to settle in your lands. His faction, the Followers of Isis, came to share teachings of their goddess and assert that she can protect life after death. Their initiations and rituals can be observed by all your citizens. I will accept them. So now I just need an education faction, and I'll have all my factions in. More ruins discovered appears. I'm almost good to repair those. I just need to get more workers. And that's a lot of blueprints. So maybe I'll just destroy them for the resources. Since it appears, I thought maybe you could get unique buildings out of ruins, but it appears maybe not. So I'm just going to... But it can give you buildings. Yeah, it's almost not worth spending the blueprints on. It can get you buildings that you don't have access to yet. Well, now I'll keep it. Yeah. So, meanwhile, just to check in, I did hit all 4 goals, and we're well on our way to our next set of goals. I'm waiting to unlock the Senatus. So, my city, as you can see, is growing quite well. My factions are growing quite well as well. Like I said, I just need a philosophical or education faction. I might build a proximity building, a surveyor's cabin down this way, so I can just build, let my city expand in that direction. Or maybe over here. In any case, this has been a good start, I think. So I think since I'm halfway through Antiquity, this is a good place to stop. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Have a great day.